Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They run with Harris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
To throw on third down, Fields. Flushed out right. This is intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
On play action, it's Bortles. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Off play action, Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Detroit!
On 3rd down, Fields. He's got Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Fields. He gets it to Humphries. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into... And he's got it! Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down. 59 fight.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Harris. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right. 77.
On first down, Drake. And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
13. All right, here we go.
To throw on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him like a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run with Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Going right side here, and that's complete. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
76.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Here we go.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Don't get nervous.
From midfield, here's Bortles. He goes underneath the Drake. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
11.
On second down, here's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mike, check. 59. Show left. Hey, watch the screen.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Show left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Tight ends on the loosey.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
It's all right. Switch. 11.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Green 80. 76. Green 86.
On the give, this is Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Green 80. Mike 5'9". Green 86.
Now Drake. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! All right, now, look at 56.
On first down, Fields. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucy. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Throw left.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. Always got some breathing room. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. But special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw on third down, Fields. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They run again with Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hank. Move. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
372.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
On play action, now Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to the air on second down. Fields, flush to his right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And the blitz does come. Evans has it left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. 25. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back now in Miami. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun.
From the gun, Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This is Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on second down, Fields. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Evans. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Yeah, baby. Gun.
In inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fields. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Crosby puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Who do you want? Number 54 right here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Running, it's Drake. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go. Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
372.
Now Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Yeah, baby. Trip. You got trips. You got 3. I got 11.
Sunday. Hey, 54, Ricky.
No chance.
Hey, 5-0. Green and tight.
Right back to Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Come on now. Go.
Throw left.
Boom. Yeah, baby.
11B.
Hey, check. Mike 21. Check.
Throw left.
Bortles going to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
372.
Watch 19.
Lucy. Green and tight.
Now Bortles got to have this one. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
3 down. Check 59.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
59. Mike to 59.
Green and tight.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Looking to throw. Fields. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard. Gun!
On 1st and 10, Fields flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll toss to Harris. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And Crosby can't get it to come back. It's no good. Wide to the right. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
77.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Move. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
First throw of overtime for Bortles. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they're going the ground attack here. Finds a seam inside the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
To throw is Bortles. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
Lucy, set, green 80. Move.
Mike.
11. Green is set.
Here's Bortles to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens.
Sponge. No.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Mike, 48.
Green is set.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Let's go right here now.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Hey, spread left.
Check nickel. Hey, watch it.
Move.
Shift. Check.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about a yard and a half.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number 1 play with my number 1 runner over my number 1 blocker. Get me the first down.
Let's go.
But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
2 minutes to go here in overtime.
Here we go.
We'll be back after this.
Hey, spread left. Move. 372. Hank.
A pitch out to Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lucy. Move. So right. Green is set.
Again running right, Drake. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So right.
3 down. Check. Crunch.
Now they try the right side here. Some strong running at the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, 5-0, 5-0. Move. Hank.
Mike's 5'9".
So right.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect